And good morning to you. It's Daybreak at iFiber One News Radio. I'm Jeff Slakey. We focus on Shelton Thursdays at this time. I got two great guests in studio here this morning. Going to talk to the new Shelton City Clerk, Jamie Ogg, as well as Andy Arnes, Communications and Economic Development Officer. Morning, you two. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good,
Thanks for coming on the air.
Thank you.
Jamie, nice to talk with you and get a chance to meet you here, the new City Clerk.
Yeah.
What does the City Clerk do for the City of Shelton?
So the city clerk basically is in charge of looking over all the city records. So that's going to be a project that we're going to be tackling here in the next year, is actually putting in and implementing a records management software. So we'll be hitting up some vendor fairs, checking out software systems, and hopefully at the end it'll be nice for all of the citizens to be able to get records right online at the city website.
So these would be records like to look back and the historical notes on the property, things like that?
Not so much the property, but things that have to do with the city government.
Okay.
So, minutes. Actually, right now we already have minutes
sure.
and videos online for the citizens to watch and go back and check out. So those are all there. More or less ordinances, resolutions, just additional information that the public might be interested in seeing.
Good ways to find that. Other things that the city clerk is doing for the city, and other items that you want to share with the public here?
Yeah. So I overlook the customer service department right now. And so I think, as we all know, we've moved the customer service from the kiosk upstairs. So it's a nice one-stop location for people to come in and get permits, pay their bills, and just get information. So one thing I want to just say is that there is the elevator right behind the stairs, so people can't get up there. There's the elevator. We have 2 drop boxes at the city, as well as online payments that can happen. So that's fantastic. It's free of charge, so you don't have to pay any additional fees there. And the other thing we do is we help out with the commission meetings. Mm-hmm. So in the last year, things have been restructured with commission meetings. So the afternoon meetings, 2 o'clock on Mondays, those are study sessions. So it's extra information for the commission on the things that they'll be voting about the following Monday at the business meetings.
Okay, very neat.
Yeah.
Andy, let's talk with you now. Strategic planning, community survey, and some upcoming things that we're working on.
Yeah, correct. So, the past month and a half or so, we've been working on a new strategic plan for the city. Yeah. So it's been kind of a cool process. We've had a few different employee groups, so like a leadership team. Commissioners have been involved in this, and we've had a consultant that we're working with to kind of help us through this process. And so we're trying to revamp that, kind of bring that up to date. And so we've got this to a certain point. We still have some more planning to do, but we are looking for some community feedback on this.
Okay.
So kind of give you an idea, like the strategic plan, that also encompasses like the mission statement, the vision, still working on the values that we won't be posting those just yet, but then we also have a couple of strategic goals. We'll be doing some more. So just to give you an idea, the mission statement that we have proposed is to build a safe, vibrant community for life, work, growth, and recreation. Mm-hmm. That's going to be brought forward. And then the vision statement thus far is Shelton is a community of active lifestyles, accountable government, engaged citizens, safe streets, strong work ethics, and inspiring leaders. And we have 2 strategic goals. First one, the proposed statement so far is to increase economic development, to drive financial stability, housing, jobs, and infrastructure. And then the second one, again, that is proposed is to actively build Shelton's reputation and pride through strategic public engagement around the city vision. So these are kind of the framework and kind of something that we can then point back to as we move forward on different projects and that. And so what we're going to be doing is I'll be putting this out later today, again on a SurveyMonkey like we've done before, mm-hmm. posting that on our social media accounts, etc. So people can go on there and provide some feedback, because we are going to be doing another planning session with the consultant in those different planning groups at the city on the 28th of September. And so we'll have that open for 2 weeks. And then we'll hopefully get some feedback from the community, and then that we can then take to that meeting and incorporate into this. So as we come up with that final product, it's kind of something that the community is involved in, the city is involved in, so we kind of have some unity there as we move forward on it. So
Shelton Out Loud coming up too, right? And that's going to probably be another great opportunity for folks to kind of hash these things out as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. And so absolutely, if there's comments on this at Shelton Out Loud, please bring them up. Kind of that, as well as we're, I guess we're about 2 weeks out now, just under for that. If anybody has questions, if they're not going to be able to make it, or maybe not feel comfortable presenting those questions at the meeting. We do have that Twitter feed set up right now, #SheltonOutLoud. So feel free to submit comments on there, and we'll be happy to address those either at the meeting or offline as well. So
very neat, very cool. Well, Jamie, it was nice meeting you. What was kind of your background before you got to the clerk position?
So before the clerk position, I was with Hood Canal Communications for about 7 years doing customer service, and then I moved into real estate, got my license, did that, and then ended up becoming the office manager at John L. Scott, and then taking over guarding property management and doing that. So a lot of management there, and with the property management, there's so much state laws, federal laws. So it got me prepped for this position.
Yeah, I'm
It
sure
really
you
did.
worked closely with the city on finding plots and things
All
like
kinds of
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Very cool, very neat. Jamie Ogg, Andy Arnes, and Focus on Shelton this week and every week is brought to you by our community credit union. Good to see you guys, and we'll check in again next week.